All right, we're trying these exercises here. And so we're just finding the area of each of these circles. Since there's a very similar pattern of each one of these that we're going to do, I'm going to use something I've tried before. The formula, is area is pi times the radius squared. So since I'm going to have to use my calculator a lot, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do area of this first one is pi times the radius. The radius in this case is 5 squared. Next one, diameter is 20, so that means the radius is 10. So pi times 10 squared. This one, radius 9.5, so this one's going to be pi times 9.5 squared. So sometimes, like I've talked to you about before, sometimes it's easier just to write out the problems. If they're all basically the same type of question, you can write them out. That gives you some really good practice on doing the same types of behaviors, right? So the first one, pi times 5 squared. So pi times 5 squared. Next one is pi times 10 squared. Second, pi times 10 squared. And the third one, pi times 9.5 squared. Pi times 9.5 squared. All right, so the first answer, and we're rounding to the nearest tenth. It says that in the directions, rounding to the nearest tenth. And so this first one, 78.53. Actually, you know what? I can probably pull this thing down here. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. And I'll make it a little bit smaller because it's blocking my view. There we go. Put it right. How about right there? Okay. So the first one here, get back to my pen. Pi times 5 squared, 78.5 inches squared. The second one, 314.1. Now, since this 5, that tells me to round that 1 up to a 2. So this is going to be 314.2 meters squared. And this last one here, it's a 2, so that 5 stays the same. So we're going to say 283.5, and it would be inches squared. All right, so there's the first 3. Let's go ahead and try the next 3. If you haven't tried them, you should pause the video and try them real quick, see if you can get them. All right, half of 11 is 5.5. 5.5, 5.5. Half of 88 is 44. That's the radius for this one, and this one is 11. So pi times 5.5 squared. Pi times 44 squared, and pi times 11 squared. And then we'll grab my calculator here. So pi times 5.5 squared. Pi times 5.5 squared. And then we're going to do pi times 44 squared. So pi, hit the wrong button. Pi times 44. Oops, too many. 44. Daggone, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Try that again. Pi times 44 squared. There we go. And the last one was pi times 11 squared. Pi times 11 squared. All right, we'll do the same thing I did last time. We'll just drag this down here and minimize that. All right, so this first one here, pi times 5, that was 95.0 feet squared. Technically, when it says round to the nearest tenth, I usually keep that 0. I wouldn't just write 95. But if you did write 95, that would be okay. 682.1. And it was meters squared. And this last one, 380.1 inches squared. Inches squared. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pause right here. See if we can figure out what to do in the next 4 questions before you watch the video. Just take a look at them, try them out, see if you can figure it out. If you can't, that's okay. I've got a video for it.